Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a live session. I'm so excited. I haven't done this in so long. So many of you guys have been asking for it. So here I am. We're going live to answer your questions. Now, I'm not sure if I still have spots open, but you can message in the comments below. Or in this live chat. My assistant is here to talk to you, to answer any of your questions. If you want to know, like, when is your reading being answered? Is it going to be today, or is it going to be tomorrow on Sunday? I should still have a couple of spots open, and yeah, just be patient for a second. My assistant is going to read all your questions below and let you know when your reading will be answered. So there's 4 spots left for today so far, and 15 spots open for tomorrow. So if you have, oh, and there's somebody named Kristen who wants to be moved to tomorrow. So just keep an eye on that. So yeah, basically, we're gonna get started. So the first person,
Is that Kristen R?
Yeah. Okay, so the first person is Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine. We're gonna get started. You just concluded a job, just ended a job, and you're just wondering, as far as your career goes and your job goes, what is coming next for you? Let's go ahead and tap into that, shall we? Whoa. Oh my gosh. I just pulled a timeline and I was like, okay, so we got 9 weeks. Can I get a confirmation on that? We got another 9 here. So wow, we're already getting timelines and everything. So Jasmine, what I see about this job that you just concluded was that there was something like that really was stressful to you about this job. You could just not see it go fast enough. This is talking about entanglements, toxic environment. Sometimes I get this card for somebody who's has like a toxic family or a toxic work environment. And so that's what I'm really seeing here. If we're talking about your career, this is like a toxic environment. And it's like you barely managed to like slither away from this situation and like get on top of it. So you're very happy now. You're very excited to be away from this and to have a chance to start over. And I'm seeing something about, yes, definitely a new path, but I don't see this happening right away because this here is the waning moon symbol. And this is talking about a time where you need to rest, you need to retreat, you need to regain your energy, you need more time in solitude. And so I'm seeing that what would really be important for you right now is to just rest and like celebrate the ending of this chapter. Celebrate the time that you've spent at this job and everything that you accomplished, and celebrate the fact that you've been able to get away from the situation and start over. So in order for you to be able to manifest a new job, you need to clear your energy, okay? And you need to be very specific about what it is that you want. Because yes, this is actually the career opportunity card. So there is an opportunity coming in for you, but I feel like you're gonna have to direct your energy in a very specific way in order to be able to manifest this. So if you've watched my channel before, I might sound like a bit of a broken record right now, but just hang with me for a second. I think it would be very helpful for you to make some type of vision board about exactly what kind of job or what opportunity you would like to manifest next. One of my favorite ways to do it, which I would suggest, is to go on Pinterest and make a private vision board or a private mood board and start adding pictures of what you would like this next job to look like. Do you picture yourself working outside or working indoors? Do you picture yourself having your own little cubicle and off or your own office? What kind of environment would it be like? What would it look like? What kind of space or building would it be in? What type of work would you see yourself doing? Add pictures to your vision board of what you pictured this looking like. And the great thing about Pinterest is that underneath each picture, you can write a description. You can write things. And I would write underneath the caption underneath all these pictures on your vision board as if it had happened already. Like, oh, I love my little office space and I decorated it with all the pictures, and I have a picture of my dog up, and I have a nice comfortable chair, and like I get to be the manager, or like whatever it is you envision. Like I get a nice like long lunch break, I have flexible days off, or I get to work from home part of the week, like whatever it is you want, just put it out there and be descriptive and like write it down. Use your writing, use your words, because words are powerful. Words are like spells, you know? Words contain vibration, energy, frequency. And so write down the words of what it is that you want and also put pictures with it. So make a decision. Spend time dreaming about it, planning it, envisioning it. In fact, now would be a really great time to do that because we're currently in a new moon heading to a first quarter moon. So this is the time in the moon cycle where it's good to envision, where it's good to dream, where it's good to make plans. So if you do this today, tomorrow, the next day, the energy will be very powerful to support you to dream, to envision, to set these intentions, okay? And so I see something as far as a timeline about 1 month from now, you might not have a job. And so if you want to get this job sometime in the next couple weeks, you might not have your first day yet. So I would prepare for that with your savings or whatever you have to do. Just keep your energy high. If for some reason you don't have this job in a month, I wouldn't worry about it. But I do see something about it being around 9 weeks from now. So that would be about like a month and a half from now. You probably have your first day or you land this job. So the first month is going to be hard. I would suggest this month that you're working on envisioning and you spend some time getting your energy settled. This might be a good time to go out in nature or to reconnect with friends, to clean your home, to get rid of any like things that no longer serve you, to clean out the clutter in all of your drawers, to vacuum, to deep clean, rearrange your furniture, create sacred space. Like if there's anything emotional that you haven't been able to like really process because you've just been so busy working at that last job, maybe write in your journal about it or talk to a trusted friend about it and just kind of release some things. It's Mercury retrograde right now, so stuff from the past is naturally going to come up. And just kind of clear energy around you, cut cords. And I feel like naturally, let's look and see what this opportunity could be, okay? So there's a message here that's talking about protecting your finances right now, like you need to save. I don't think you're in like a desperate situation, but it's hard because I feel like you need to get out with friends. You need to have fun. You need to enjoy yourself and kind of get this energy like out there, but don't spend too much, save, be very frugal right now, especially with food. Like maybe go on Pinterest or on the internet and find like 3-ingredient meals, 5-ingredient meals. If you have family or parents or whoever that's supporting you, make sure you communicate with them what's going on right now. You won't be out of a job for too long, but you do need to save. You do need to preserve, okay? And so, what I'm seeing with what this job could possibly be with the Prince of Pentacles is something that has to do with working with your hands, if that makes sense. Um, there's an energy of you using your hands, um, doing something with I even see something that has to do with being like a waiter or a waitress or something like that. It seems like you could have more than one job. Um, I'm also seeing something about you potentially going back to school or working in some type of institution. So you could be working at school, like if you're currently in school right now, you could be working in the library, or you could be doing something in the counselor's office, or like you might have opportunities at your school, or look at getting employed at some type of school. Because I see like an institution, a school, or a library. That's kind of what's coming to mind right now. But it also seems like you could be like the boss, or you could be promoted to like a leadership position or something like that. Like you're a good leader, you're a good boss. I feel something about you being a manager, regional manager, or something like that. And then there's even something coming up for you. This sounds really random, but something about photography. Like if you work on your photography skills, maybe that's a side hustle for you. Doing family portraits or senior portraits, like that. So it seems like you have a couple different ways to make money. And you might not, there's a message not to just look at one job being your only source of income. Like you're artistic, you can make things, and there's another opportunity for that with you that's popping up in this reading as well. Okay? So now with this Queen of Pentacles energy, this is talking about how you are somebody who is a very good writer. You're somebody who actually is a very good healer. You could even be a psychologist, somebody who serves the planet, maybe even someone who's a teacher. So I keep seeing something about you teaching, or you writing, or you communicating. Maybe there's any job that has to do with that could be very, very good for you, okay? So this is kind of what I'm seeing. So let's look for a final message for you. Anything else we need to know about this situation? Oh, vulnerability is coming out. Yep. Nurture your vulnerability. You might, in order to get some more income, more abundance coming in, you might have to start some type of side hustle where you're putting yourself out there with a new skill or talent. I mentioned something about maybe you're doing a little bit of writing or journalism for the local newspaper or the photography. And then this is the synchronicity card, which is talking about how the way that you're going to receive this job is going to be very synchronistic. You might need to put the word out there with certain people or with friends, with your community around you, that you're looking for a job, that you're searching. And this is also love. It might be that you actually meet a romantic interest connected to this job or to this change of events that's happening in your life right now. So if you're freaking out and all this change seems like it's happening fast, it could be that this next transition in your career, in your work, is going to like align you with something romantic, which is actually very interesting. There's a message for you to have strength, because you're just going to need to keep on keeping on, hustling, putting out those applications, looking into opportunities, coming up with ideas, envisioning things. You must be so tired after like releasing this job and moving on to the next thing. You might need a little bit of a break, and I think you'll get one, but you're going to have to keep plowing through. So here's the strength card. And then we also see faith, to have faith. And then look, trust in the universe. You're being taken care of here, okay? So this is the angel on the lotus. You have decisions to make. You have a vision to come up with. Start with your vision. We can't manifest anything until we have a clear intention on what it is that we want. Yes, sometimes the universe does bring us random opportunities, but if we just sit around and pray and wish and hope, we got to remember we have to do our part. We have to get out there in the 3D world and get some momentum going. We need to come up with a clear idea of what it is we want. That helps align us with what's desired, okay? But you're being taken care of. This is all happening for a reason, and I think it's really exciting. So keep going. I hope that this resonates with you. All right, so who's next?
Priscilla.
All right, so Priscilla is next. Just gonna get my cards in order for a second. So, Priscilla's question.
I don't know if they want you to say the name.
Oh, okay. All right, Priscilla. So there's a person who we're just gonna call AJ. So for Priscilla, what are AJ's current intentions towards you? All right. Let's look into it. You guys know I love doing love readings. I feel like a detective. Like we're just gonna explore this and like see what's going on, okay? See what this person's true intentions are. Okay? All right. So this is true intentions. What the heck? Are my cards starting to rip? Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, this is looking really good, Priscilla. Okay, the first card we got is engagement. Now, I wouldn't freak out. I don't think that he wants to put a ring on your finger, but this is a card talking about how your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Okay, so I'm thinking that he's definitely starting to think more about you guys being together long term. He's thinking about having that DTR with you, you know, the define the relationship talk. He's really starting to see you guys like in a relationship, in a commitment, being monogamous, okay? And this is true love. He's falling in love with you, okay? He's falling in love with you. He definitely has romantic feelings. And he's enjoying getting to know you. I feel like he wants to get to know you a little bit more. You guys are starting to open up more to each other, revealing your innermost self, like your bond is deepening. And then in the middle of, and I'm getting chills, by the way. I don't know if you can see, but I'm getting a lot of chills. So for me, getting chills or goosebumps is like a sign of resonance, like a sign that the messages that are coming through are like very powerful or like on point. It's like a message to me. I can trust the cards. I can trust my intuition. And when I get chills during a love reading, it's like a sign usually that this is a very significant soulmate or a very significant person in your life. So I'd be really surprised if you guys didn't end up like in a commitment, like seriously dating each other. If you're worried about his, because obviously you're asking a tarot reader, what are his intentions? So you might feel like he's not making his intentions known to you, or maybe you're just curious about where this is heading. Maybe you're feeling like that because of this. I'm getting something about finances and career. This says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. I'm seeing something about how he's also trying to juggle like a hectic work schedule, or he's not where he wants to be financially right now. When you first start dating someone, especially as a man, like you want to impress. You want to take the girl out and like buy her things and be able to get multiple drinks or be able to say order whatever you want or pay for the movie ticket or whatever it is, put gas in your car, and like that adds up. You know what I mean? Like that shit adds up. And so I think that he's taking it slow, getting to know you. He's trying to figure out, should I really invest in this financially, emotionally, and likewise? He's starting to fall for you. And I think he wants to make sure like he's in a good situation before he steps forward with you. So isn't it funny that in the middle of this love deck, there's a card that's talking about money and your job and career. It's almost like, what does that have to do with love? But if you think about it, in our society, unfortunately, men are told that their worth is measured by their productivity, that their worth is measured by how much they can provide. And I know a lot of men, like, it's hard for them to date or to feel confident or to put themselves out there when they don't feel like they've got their finances and their job on lock. So, have you ever dated somebody who was broke? Like a guy who was broke? It causes problems. It can be very emasculating when the woman's paying for everything. They don't feel like they have a lot to offer. I've dated broke guys before. I used to be like a skater girl, hung out on the streets, like dated broke skaters, and like it's just like a whole different kind of relationship. So I'm not saying this guy's broke. I think he's doing really well. He might be between jobs, or like there's kind of feel like he needs to like get his stuff together, and he wants to like make it special when he asks you like to be his woman, and he wants to do something nice, and he might just be like preparing for that or saving up for it or something like that. So that's kind of what I'm seeing here, is that he's still working on this, and he just wants to feel secure and like stable when he makes this commitment. So he's kind of like, I think a lot of this is happening subconsciously. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what else is going on here. Okay. What are his feelings for you? Oh my gosh. Well, he's really enjoying dating you. And I feel like he's kind of a classic type of dude. He's very chivalrous. He likes to treat you. It makes him feel like a man to be able to treat you, get you flowers, or like take you out. Like he's really enjoying it. It's like it's boosting his confidence, and he's very attracted to you. This is the Rainbow Reviver. He's all about you. He wants to impress you. I think he feels like you're a little bit out of his league. His friends might even tease him a little bit about it. Like, oh man, like he's told his friends about you for sure. And so it's like a thing. It's like a thing. He's starting to tell his friends about you. You guys are like dating a little bit. Let's look into a timeline here. I think within the next month, you guys will have the DTR. Give it 4 more weeks, And just remember to keep it classy. I'm not sure if you guys are hooking up or whatever. Like everybody does that when they feel like it. But I'm kind of seeing a message here about not making yourself super available to him, This isn't about playing games. This isn't about playing hard to get or anything. It's just letting him come to you. Being that divine, feminine, receptive energy, letting him come to you, letting him do it in his own timing. He seems to me like a very confident man. Like when he's ready to lock it down with you, he will. I don't think you're going to have an ultimatum with this guy. I don't think you're going to have to beat him to the punch. Just don't be super available to him. Sometimes if you just give everything to somebody, I'm not even just talking sexually, I'm talking sexually, emotionally, mentally. If you're just giving them everything, completely open heart to them, but there's no label on the relationship, and sometimes if they feel like they can just get that, some guys will drag their feet on putting a label on the relationship. So you don't have to manipulate her or anything. Just, step back a little bit. Don't always text right back. Don't always answer the phone call right away, and like let him see that like he needs to pursue you. And you have other stuff going on. You got a life. If he really wants to be a part of it, he needs to step up, and he needs to let that be known. But I feel like he will. This is a good guy with very good intentions. I don't think he really wants to just hit it and quit it with you. I feel like he's really thinking about you more long term, which we don't always see that in the cards, So let's pull a message for you from this deck. Like, what do you need to know about this person? what do you need to know about this relationship and where you guys are at right now. And I'm going to straight up just read to you from the book because I don't know this deck yet, but I love the messages from the guidebook. Like, it's so on point. I can't wait till I just like know this deck like the back of my hand. Shakti, the Void, and the Light Field. Wow, so we got 3 cards. Let's explore this, okay? So Shakti. Okay, so this is a card talking about how you're going through like energetic shifts. Your energy body and your physical body are like merging with each other. There's a lot of physical energy happening. Okay, this is like a card that's just telling you, look, you need to rest, get some time in nature, nurture your body. Maybe this is just talking about how like there's a little bit of anxiety going on right now because you met this person. It's like so exciting and like you're on cloud 9. I think this is telling you get grounded, chill out, take your time with this person. Get out in nature, get your feet in the dirt, make sure you're getting good sleep. You know, sometimes when you fall in love with someone, you're just texting them all night long and barely sleeping, spending all this time together, and it's just this whirlwind, which is beautiful. This is telling you chill out, get grounded. All right, so your spirit guides just want to make sure you're taking good care of yourself. All right, I can get down with that. The Void card. Let's see what's up with this. This says, there are parts of your own process unfolding that you simply cannot know about yet. It will not always be this way, but for now, it's most helpful for you to only deal with what is immediately before you. All else will be shown when the time is right. You do not have to worry and you do not have to search. Be present, be patient. When you can do something, do it. When you cannot, just be. Your time will soon come. If you're holding a question about a relationship, surrender it into the void and let it become what it must be, according to spiritual wisdom and love. So this is just telling you, like, it's just a fancy way of telling you to be patient. Like, you don't necessarily need to draw an ultimatum with this person. You don't need to be the person to talk about the DTR. You don't need to bring up the whole what are we thing. It's almost like just be chill, be present, be patient, enjoy this beginning time of the relationship, enjoy getting to know each other, enjoy the dating process, and like let him come to you. And I get different advice for different people. Sometimes I get messages like, you know, time to draw a boundary with this person. Sometimes I'm like, you need to tell them how you feel. Like, I get that in the cards, but for you in this situation, I really see like just wait. It's like a wait and see approach. There's really nothing to do. Just be present and be patient. Your time will soon come. Surrender the outcome here and be open as you continue to get to know this person. Okay. So next, this one, the Light Field. It's telling you that you're being protected in this situation as you get to know this person. That you guys have a true bond together. This is like a message. This could be a past life lover, like you've known each other before. Like there's an air of familiarity and comfort with them. And so beautiful. Overall, I'm just seeing really good vibes for you and for this person. And I'm wishing you all the best with them. I hope that this message resonates with you, and I'll see you next time. All right. So, who is next? Wow, I feel like I really like went out of my body and was like channeling stuff for that reading, because like all of a sudden I'm like aware of where I am and I'm like, whoa. What just happened? So let me breathe and get grounded for a minute, and we're going to move on to the next person. So what's next? So Chelsea is next. Oh, thank you, Priscilla. Priscilla says, thank you so much. It did resonate a lot. Awesome. Thank you. I love hearing, that's why I love doing live readings, because you're like right here with me, and like I can like I don't know. It's just so fun, like hearing feedback live, and it's chill.
Harmony at the other side of the divorce.
Mm.
If you could tell me about an ex-partner of your life.
Oh my gosh. So Chelsea, you're finally at the other side of a divorce, and you're just like ready to hear about your next partner and what they're like and everything. So, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I'm so happy for you and so proud of you that you were able to move on from that situation. I talk to so many people who are going through divorces and breakups every day, and I've been through intense breakups before, and like it's so intense. Like your whole life changes, and you have this whole plan with this person of like what your life is going to be like, and then when you release the person, it's almost like you release this version of yourself you used to be. So it's like back to the drawing board, starting over. But it's also a very exciting process because you can create anything. You can go anywhere. Like you've let go of that ball and chain, and you're ready to vibrate to a higher level of love. So all is not lost for you. I kind of sense there's a little bit more healing to be done here, but I do see you moving on to another person. I'm tapping into this person's energy right now. So let's go ahead and give you something to look forward to, okay? So let's see if we can look into who this person is and what the path leading up to them looks like. Who are they? What archetype in the tarot best illustrates the energy and personality of this person? Oh my gosh, here they are. The King of Hearts. Yes. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorites. So let's unpack this. I think this is where you're at right now. You're at like a big crossroads in your life, and here's the X. It's like your ex, like leaving that behind, divorce. Like this is a card I get a lot for divorce. So you decided to take the road less traveled. It would have been easy to stay with what you knew, but now you decided I'm going to move forward. So currently you're working a lot on your finances and career. You're gaining your independence back, and you're becoming self-sufficient again. It's a very exciting time in your life, actually. This is the Eight of Swords reversed. You're at a point in this process where you're just starting to feel like yourself again. You don't feel like you have to hide any aspect of who you are. You're coming home to yourself. You're re-exploring yourself. And so it's a very, very beautiful energy. So let's talk a little bit about your personality here first, because in order to understand this person, we want to kind of look a little bit at about who you are to see how you guys can merge together, okay? So you've got this beautiful Princess of Pentacles energy, all right? Princess of Pentacles, another one of my favorites. You're a very idealistic person. You're very charitable. You're very public-minded. You're determined. You're opinionated. You're a hopeful person, and you're very influential. You're dedicated. You're aspiring. You're compassionate. And you're also very friendly. So as far as like what you could do in your life, or like what type of career or path could be good for you, you're somebody who could like work for like a organization, or like build communities, or bring people together. You have a strong entrepreneur type of spirit. You're definitely an empath, very helpful. You could work in the healing industry or the medical industry. I even see something here about you potentially writing books. You're a healer. You're a very good writer, maybe even a psychologist. And you're someone who you're a dreamer. You have a very Aquarian type of energy to you. And wonder if you have any Aquarius in your chart, but that's kind of what I feel. And so you need somebody who can really be your partner, not just like someone who helps you pay the bills and like lives with you and like helps raise children or whatever. Someone, I actually, I see like a partner in business. Like you might start a business with this person, or they're going to help you with your business or with your entrepreneur goals. Like you need somebody who can support your dreams, who can support your mind, who understands the way that you think. And I don't want to sit here and compare this person to the person you were dating or anything, because we're moving forward, right? But I just feel like this is very, very different than what you had. You need someone who's like your best friend, but that's also your lover. Someone who's a dreamer like you, someone who's idealistic like you. I just feel like the last person you were with was way too logical, was way too earth, was way too grounded in a way to where they were always pulling you down. You need someone who doesn't like, it's like they were always clipping your wings so you couldn't fly. You need someone who like flies with you, someone who helps you fly to higher heights. You don't need someone who's like, this is the emperor. This is like the institution, the chains that hold you down. This is always telling you you can't do it. Always like, oh, well, how are you going to get the money? Or how are you going to make that happen? Or you're not being realistic. Like that kind of energy. You don't need that at all. We're going to throw those cards away. Like you need this person, the King of Hearts. So this is the person that is very well suited for you. And the funny thing about the King of Hearts is that they are a hopeless romantic. This person's in love with being in love with love. Okay? In love with love. So they live to fall in love. They might have had many lovers in their life. They could have 1 or 2 divorces under their belt. When you first meet this person, they're such a Casanova type that you almost see it as a red flag. You feel like, oh, this person's just sweet talking me. How many other women have they done this with? Like, they're very charming, very attractive. You might even worry, is this like a narcissist? Are they love bombing me? So I feel like you might turn down this person's advances at first, or you might feel like it's too good to be true, but this person is relentless. They keep at you. They keep at you, and I feel like over time, a friendship is built with this person. I feel like they want something romantic with you at first, but you guys take it really slow. You develop the friendship, and then it naturally turns into something very romantic. And they sweep you off your feet, okay? This is the person that wants to take you on exotic vacations. This is the person that will love cooking for you and spending time at home, will pamper you, will buy you a massage and tell you and like leave a little card and with flowers and say, your appointment's at this time. I know you had a stressful day yesterday. Like they are very attentive. Excuse me. So the thing about this person is they to me seem like a water sign, like a Cancer or a Pisces type of person. So they're very emotional. They're very open to emotions. They're very understanding. They're very poetic. This is definitely someone who's some type of artist or writer or speaker. They could even be a doctor. I see something about them definitely having money, being like, because their heart is so open and they're so in flow with their heart that they're attracting a lot of abundance. So they're very wealthy. There's even something here about them potentially being like a minister or a priest or a speaker or an influencer or something like that. And also they could, and we're seeing something once again about them cooking. They could be a restaurant owner, or they like to be at home. They could work from home. Because for the King of Hearts, there's more emphasis on home life for them than on business. But they're, once again, if they're well connected. Like if they need to get help or support or anything, they have good connections. So this is why I think they could be an entrepreneur or maybe help you start a business or work with you from home or something. Because this is a card about business partners. Maybe you meet this person at work. That's another message about it could be a coworker or your boss or something. You meet them at work or you work with them, you start business with them. Um, they're like a partner in everything for you. And so this is talking about like a fantasy or an illusion. I actually feel like you, your whole life, have had this fantasy of this type of person or this type of love, and you threw it away because you thought this is just a fantasy. But I actually feel like maybe you've been getting premonitions your whole life of this person, like the dreams you've had, the fantasies you've had, or maybe little glimmers into the future for you. And so it's very exciting. I kind of feel like you guys just like run away together or something, like and go live a whole new life. Everything changes when you meet this person. So let's see anything else we can find out about them. Um, they're very romantic, they're very flirtatious. They're gonna offer you several opportunities to hang out, to go on dates. And you might, like, they're gonna wanna compete for your love. In fact, when you meet this person, you might be dating somebody else. You could be dating somebody else or already like hanging out with someone else. They might feel like they have to compete for you or something like that, but they'll win your heart eventually. They seem to be like your ideal lover. I mean, this is amazing energy. I think together you guys are gonna get into like a new line of work, like a new occupational outlet, something that's going to help you with your talents and advance your position in life. Your success is going to come through connecting with this person too. Your business will take an upward swing because of this person. New projects are going to be in the making. Divine order is bringing you to this person. Your time is near. So I don't think you need to wait for this person before you go out there and you make your life happen. I'm super feminist. I'm like, you don't need a man, you don't need a person in order to feel complete or to have a great business or like do awesome in your career, make abundance. So just keep doing your thing. But this person definitely is going to be the cherry on top to you, all of the amazing things you make happen in your life. So let's see if we can get a timeline for you. Yeah, within the next 4 years, this person will walk into your life. So within the next 4 years, this doesn't necessarily mean 4 years from now, because I feel like you're just so ready to meet this person. I have a feeling you might be dating a couple more people, connecting with some people before you meet this person. Some soulmates could enter into your life. So be playful, stay in the moment, you know. But I do see this person coming in your life with a lot of passion. And I actually do see another marriage for you. So the last card you're getting here is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. I hope this resonates with you. Thank you so much for your support. And we're going to move on to the next person before we take a little bit of a break. So, who is next? Oh my gosh, it's Supanam. What's up, girl? So great to hear from you. What is her question?
Seems like all paths in Australia have been blocked. The jerks to my beard is traveling and trying where I could think of. Decided to go home permanently running the next month.
Hmm.
Excited, a bit scared.
Mm-hmm.
How will my life there be like since I've been in Australia for 7 years? I'm already don't know what to expect.
All right, so it's a big time of transition. You're just like, you know what? I have had 7 years in this country that you're in, and you just feel like all the doors are closing. And so, the middle of next month, you're going back to your home country, and you're just wondering, what is that going to be like? Like, what's the path going to be now that you're making this change? So, let's go ahead and pull some cards for you. I'm so happy that you made this decision and that you're trusting yourself. Okay, I've done many readings for you, so it's really easy for me to tap into your energy. So I'm just gonna give you like a big download that I'm getting. I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, so first of all, I do see like you're feeling a little insecure because you kind of feel like you failed because you took this path and you like did all this stuff and like your family was helping you and supporting you, and now you kind of feel like you're going home with your tail tucked between your legs like you failed or something. But I want you to know you did not fail. It is an amazing accomplishment that you did everything that you did while you were in this country, and that you are able to realize that this isn't right for you. Some people stay in situations and in commitments for way longer than they should because they feel like, oh, I don't want to fail. I have to see this through. I have to finish it. But you're realizing that you still have your youth, you still have opportunities. Like this is time for you in your life to be able to fail at things and start over and try things. So sometimes you got to try different paths. I dropped out of school twice. I changed my major like 5 times. I moved a couple different places. I tried a couple different career paths. Like, it's normal, you know? So this is telling you, look, stay dedicated to yourself and to your truth. And you're not going home because you failed. You're going home because you've succeeded. You've succeeded in finding yourself and in finding your truth, okay? So this is you letting something go, letting go of a path that just wasn't working for you. You're doing the right thing because you're taking the path of least resistance. Now, I do see some trouble when you get home. I see a lot of pressure from your family. I feel like they're going to be very happy to have you back. I see some friendships. I even see some fun or some fun for you. There's something coming out about you taking like a dance class or something like that. I feel like you need to move your body. So when you get home, take a dance class or take an exercise class or join like a gym or something. Move your body, get your energy flowing, or take up running. It's like you're going back to the drawing board. Because I don't think you're going to stay in your home country. I think what's going to end up happening is you're going to go home, get grounded in your safe space, and you're going to come up with a new idea. So going home is more like a transition for you. And so you're just going home to get stability. So you're going to have to be patient. It'll probably take about a year for you of being home to figure out what you want next. And I see it's definitely important for you to get a job and just start saving money because like you're probably gonna leave. I see you on a plane. I see you going to a different country. I maybe even doing some traveling. So you're going home to like find yourself and rediscover your path. I still think you can be a therapist or counselor or healer. You might find a better school that works for you, or you could take a less traditional path. Maybe you could be a life coach, because sometimes with being a life coach, all you need is to take is just some life experience and taking some courses. I'm a life coach. I didn't go to school, but I have a lot of life under my belt. I have some classes and stuff I took. I had some mentors that I worked with. And so there's different paths to get what you want. Because I know you mentioned in the past that you really want to heal and help people and do therapy and like talk with people. And you're such an empath and you're such a good listener. I've had time talking to you before, and so I kind of feel you in your energy and where you're at. And I think maybe you're just going to do this in a non-traditional way. Maybe going to school and maybe doing the whole traditional path just wasn't for you. And that's okay, you know? And yes, you guys paid a lot of money to figure that out, but you know what? I would pay all the money that I paid to go to school over and over again if like that meant it would get me where I am right now. Sometimes like you invested in yourself. You invested in that experience and you've still learned things. You can still take that knowledge. You don't need a piece of paper. Now, if you're going to get hired as a licensed therapist and counselor and have your own therapist counseling business or practice, obviously you need a degree. But if you want to be like a clairvoyant healer or like an aura reader or a tarot reader or a life coach, you don't have to go to school for it. Like one of my favorite life coaches is Lisa A. Romano. Look up Lisa A. Romano here on YouTube. She's amazing. She has this full business. She has online courses that from narcissistic abuse. She has a very specific area of healing she does. She's done life coach certifications, but she has not been to school for it. She's not a licensed therapist or counselor. However, she's coaching people and she has courses that she sells. And she has a YouTube channel and she does very, very well for herself. So there's other ways for you to take this path. And you know what? In order for you to be able to help people and heal people, you've got to help and heal yourself. You don't have to be perfect. Like me, I'm a wounded healer. Like, I'm still going through shit. I've been diagnosed with depression, anxiety, CPTSD. I have ADHD. You guys know I've got some tics and stuff, but the healing work I've done on myself and the journey I've been on allows me to like show up and be present here every day and do this work. So you're doing the work right now, even if it doesn't seem like it. Like you went through so many obstacles, you went through so much crap the past couple years with your education and the people and the bullies and all the stuff you and I have talked about. Like all of that is experience you're going to be able to help people with. So just keep going. You know, if you decide not to go to school, it doesn't mean your path is going to be easier. You're going to have to work twice as hard to basically start your own business, like market yourself as potentially like a life coach or like some type of healer or something like that. So you're going to have to work your butt off. You're still probably going to have to take classes and seminars and find a mentor, like stuff like that, but you can still do it. You know, stay dedicated to your path. You know, it's either that or you just work for people the rest of your life, you know? So it makes sense that your family would want you to get an education because sometimes with a degree, you can put yourself in a situation to like get a better job and get better pay, but you can make infinite amount of income if you do something that you truly love. So I just want you to know, I think you're onto something here. I think you really are a healer. I think you really are a therapist, counselor, good listener, advice giving, light bringing type of person. You're probably very similar to me. You're just gonna have to find your own path if you don't go to school, okay? The world needs people who are licensed therapists and counselors, for sure. I also think the world needs people who are less traditional, who are like life coaches and mentors and healers and Reiki people. I think there's a place for both of those people. Personally, in my healing journey, I've worked with doctors, I've worked with licensed therapists and counselors. I've also worked with energy healers. I've also worked with tarot readers, and all of those people together helped me in my healing process. It's not always one person or one thing that's the answer. It's like a community. It takes a village. Maybe you can just offer a service that's your own and that's special and that's still help you can empower yourself, you know? What did people do back in the day before there was college, before there was school? People were just naturally gifted and they did apprenticeships and they worked with people or they just put themselves out there, you know? In the village or the tribe, there'd be that one person that was kind of weird and had really good advice and told really good stories, and they'd become like the shaman, the healer. Maybe there's someone else in the tribe that would pass it down to them. Like, I think that you'll find the right people. I think you'll be connected with the right resources. I think you're going to start over and have a great rebirth. I think this path is going to unfold for you, and I still think there's a lot of opportunities out there for you. I think your family's going to pressure you a lot. So I think you're just going to need to like get a job, keep your head down, save up as much money as you can, and just allow yourself to rest and heal and release and purge all the energy and start coming up with an idea and a dream for your life. So it's back to the drawing board. You and I have talked before about making a vision board. Make yourself a vision board about what you want for your life and what you envision. Work hard, get that coin, save up some money, and then you'll be off on your next journey, your next adventure, getting the education you need or the tools, materials, and supplies you need to like start a new journey and start a new path. You're on your own journey in your own time, going at your own pace. learn to trust in yourself more. Your heart and your spirit knows where to take you and knows like how to guide you. And I definitely see you moving forward from this. And I think you're going to make some friends when you move back home. And I see things going pretty well for you. So let's pull you a final message of encouragement. What do you need to know? This isn't another new deck. I don't really know yet, but I'm going to read to you from the guidebook because this guidebook is so on point. Six of Earth, breakthrough. Oh my gosh. Girl, you have had a breakthrough. Okay. So, you are invited to surf a wave of success. Give yourself permission to enjoy it. Now you see that a peak of worldly success is not needed to feel abundantly successful within. So no matter what people around you think, you are successful. You had a breakthrough. You literally have like figured out this isn't for me and I'm going to go on another path. That's something to celebrate. This is a tough decision to make. And you can be proud of everything that you've accomplished, okay? A certain project or work strategy is greeted with enough enthusiasm to become successful. Some dreams and desires won't necessarily drag you deeper into the density of the material plane. Just remember that certain dreams are better left as such. Choose wisely what you want to materialize. Nothing may be worse than finally getting what is no longer wanted. Recognize your truest wishes and act on them. I feel like the path you were on was a path that you thought was expected of you. And it just, you roadblock after roadblock after roadblock because it wasn't what you truly wanted. So this is telling you like, this is a breakthrough. You're starting to realize who you really are and what you really want. And it's a beautiful, beautiful energy. So I hope that this resonates with you. Thank you so much for your continued support. And I'm going to take a little bit of a break, you guys, just about 5 minutes here to clear my energy, light some Palo Santo, and take some deep breaths because I want to make sure that I am fresh for every single one of you who has generously donated to receive a reading. And so I will be back in about 5 minutes. Make sure that you click on part 2 of this reading, and I will see you soon.